Here. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Speed Report. It is championship weekend. We are a day late and $1 short, but it's okay. We're still here on a Friday. Dunker is with us, our official broadcaster of KMR. Thank you for joining us. And also, getting his stuff together is potentially future champion Paintbrush as he gets his communication gear all plugged in and ready to go as we highlight championship weekend. Of course, I am your host, Sam Cook. If you're interested in joining KMR, by all means, message myself, Sam Cook, 2728785, or anyone in KMR currently in the Cup Series, but especially the official Speedy 12 driver, Fractured Chain 5, Paintbrush 454, and Back in Black 28. You message any of those guys, they'll get you in touch with me, and we'll put you on the roster for next season. Speaking of seasons, it's coming to a close, but first we have breaking news. Hendrick Motorsports has found a driver to conclude the season. Returning veteran Spheric Rope. I was about to say Fractured Chain. Wow. Returning veteran Spheric Rope. You saw him last week in the KMR exclusive long-time driver. He is returning to KMR. He wants to get a feel for it. He's going to be on championship night in the 48 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. So welcome back, Spheric.
That'll be interesting.
And so we'll, it will be very interesting. I look forward to that. And that's going to be fun. I look forward to that. He's going to run the 48, and next season obviously will be in the qualifier, barring any unforeseen occurrences like him winning the All-Star race. Could definitely happen. All right, so now let's get right into it, guys, what you really want to see. Championship weekend. It's time to crown a champion. No, that guy on your screen will not be champion, but it is really down to between the 54 and the 10, and it is going to be a shootout. You had better believe it. So let's just get a final race prediction here, guys, for Bristol. Obviously, last time we were here, it was Dopey coming off with a win, but Paint was right there behind, not too far off. At Gateway, what happened? Dopey got the win. Paint was not too far off. So, Dunker, we'll start with you. From the eyes from the booth, you've seen the whole playoffs. What's your expectations for this championship weekend?
Emotions are going to be high. That is probably the number one thing that is going to happen at Bristol. It's a short track. It's a fast short track. There's not really a lot of room, so it's going to be really tight for those 250 laps. But definitely emotions are going to have to be in check. We saw at Gateway a bunch of emotions. The 10 and the 72 were beating and banging under caution. It looked like they were pretty mad at each other. And so I think that's something that the chasers have to be aware of, is getting into it with non-chasers. And that can really hurt your chances for a championship. So really just kind of my expectations are a hard-fought battle at the end. But probably some emotions are going to burst, and we'll see how those will be handled.
Good thing about it is they'll have a whole off season for them to calm down. Paint, what's your thoughts from the car? Give us a general assessment first before we make it personal. Give us a general assessment of what you expect out of that championship night.
I think it's gonna go smooth. It's either gonna be me or Swift winning the championship. I mean, I don't know. I mean, unless me and him both flag out, then Cookie's gonna win. But uh, I think the first half of the race is gonna be perfectly fine, gathering your stuff together, and then the second half of the race is gonna be more pushing the car more, trying to beat the other person, and I think if it comes down to it on the last lap, there may be some tempers flaring.
I will count on that. It is Bristol. All right, so give us a kind of a personal assessment. Paint, obviously, you're the one battling the 10. He's been so strong. How do you counteract that going into Bristol?
I mean, me and him finished 1-2 the first race. I was literally right next to him at the line. Uh, I mean, it's gonna come down, I think, to who has the better like last restart of the race and who has the better track position and who doesn't get wrecked by the non-chaser per se. This is Bristol, right? I mean, anything can happen. But I mean, from my personal view, I just gotta be one move smarter than Swift at all times of the race.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an awesome showdown. Um, it's gonna be great to look forward to. So, guys, let's think about it, or let's talk about this. White flag shootout or no? What are you guys thinking?
Probably not a white flag shootout, but definitely going to be some cautions towards the end of the race.
You know, you never know because the first time and under a white flag shootout, I mean, anything can happen at Bristol. You just gotta. I mean, I guess it's just like unexpected, like what's gonna happen at Bristol. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so now let's play over under. Okay, so or let's instead of playing over under, let's take it 3 wide. We ain't done that in a minute. We want to thank all our 3 viewers out there. Message me what you think as you guys load in. We're talking about the championship race. So we're gonna throw this question out here. We're taking it 3 wide. 8, 11, or 20. The amount of cautions we're gonna have at Bristol Sunday.
11.
11.
Wow, y'all say 11. I say 20. It's going to be bad,
Nah,
guys.
I don't think so. We
It's
had
gonna be
we
an
had 9
absolute-
cautions last race. I think it's going to be probably just a couple more just because of the big championship. 20?
It's going to be, listen, I'm
I'll
going to tell
be
you
sitting
something.
here till
There's a
Christmas
reason
if
why
that's the
Spirit
case.
Rope said KMR under caution. There's a reason why he said that. I'm telling you now, this is a
great
championship
segment.
race. We're going to be under caution a lot.
Probably.
And part of the reason why, okay, first of all, tell me what y'all think in the chat. We got Golden Dragon out there. We know that's Terrier. Terrier's probably going to be out there on the. He might even call some of the 20 cautions. We never know. But hey, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about that out there, Terrier. How many cautions we're going to have? And look, don't feel bad about what I said because I'll probably cause a few too, you know. Especially here lately. My son doesn't do the whole, oh, daddy's racing, so let me go to sleep thing. So I'll probably have at least one red flag for something he's doing crazy around here. But while he types that in, he's probably racing right now. But anyway, he'll probably say something later. 19! There we go. 19 cautions from Golden Dragon. Now, I venture to say it's about right. Now, how many of the 19 are going to be because you spun out? Okay, we're not going to go there. What we're going to do, though, one of the reasons why we'll probably have cautions goes right into our next segment, and that's the battle for the top 10. And so let's kind of shift gears here. Battle for the top 10. Fractured Chain is in the lead in 7th. Hair Bear is there in 8th. 9th place belongs to Ghost Train. They're right there together. Fractured Chain, Hair Bear, pretty much a lock. We know that. But now let's talk about the Ghost Train on down because, you know, we've got Ghost Train sitting 441. He's not completely out of reach of Dale Jr., who is 387. Dale Jr. is right there on the cut line in 10th, but you've got Slothy, 381. You've got JP, 367. JP finished pretty well, or ran pretty well last time we were here at Bristol. He ran well at Gateway in the beginning part of the race. It is not impossible for him to get a decent finish at Bristol and make this thing interesting. And then sneaking into the picture here is Wesley with 361. Mathematically not out of reach, although he needs a lot of help. Mathematically, he's not out of reach. If he does his part, wins, everything else could fall in place. So, guys, we'll start with you, Paint, this time. What's your predictions and thoughts for this final race battle for the top 10?
Bristol's a very tricky track because anybody can run up front if you know how to run the track. But I don't want to say West is out, but I just think the people like where they are now is gonna stay. Just because the people that are fighting for the top 10 are the people that have been up front lately these past few races. So Fractured has a win. I think he's gonna be pretty strong at Bristol. So I honestly think it's just gonna stay the same in my opinion. Like nothing's gonna get moved around.
All right, so that gives Dale Jr. that 10th spot. Dunker, what do you think?
I probably agree. Just because the way that these guys have ran the last couple of weeks, pretty consistently, and I just want to say that my prediction was correct. After Road America, Slothy did fall out of the top 10. I made that prediction. Thank you. I'm right. Appreciate it. Just kidding. No. But that's just how important it is finishing races. Is we saw Slothy. He was in the 10th spot. He was leading at Road America. Then he lagged out. And now he had a pretty terrible finish at Gateway, and that hurts. And now he's out of the top 10, and will potentially be marking down the calendar for the qualifier. But I think it's just going to stay the same, unless Ghost Train or Hair Bear, maybe Dale Jr. get up to the front, potentially get a win. I just see it staying the same, as Peyton said.
Yeah, I look at this and I know that it's a stretch for Ghost. I think Ghost has ran good enough. However, the only reason why I include Ghost is this one thing. Electronically, we know that he was not the best at Gateway. He did not lag out, but he was borderline. It was like, he's going to lag out, but he was able to get it together. We know that electronic failures have really slowed down the 09 this season. And that's why I don't rule him out from potentially being replaced if he has a lag out. But also, like I said, there's going to have to be some help there. So Ghost could lag out. Slothy could have a really good race. JP could have a really good race. Or Wesley could win, and that shuffles everything around. Also, it is confirmed that the driver of the 19 will be at Bristol. We also know that his connection was gotten out of a dumpster outside, and he just kind of put it together. That's one of those bootleg COVID-19 internet things. It has just not been good the entire season. It's really been rough. Now, that has not hurt him too bad when it comes to the end of races, but that does mean that if it's really bad early in races, he has to compromise his race early because of his connection to keep from drastically affecting the chasers. So we know that could be a potential issue. Dale Jr. lag out, Ghost Train lag out, Slothy and West have a good race. All of a sudden now we're looking at completely different circumstances for these guys that are sitting here in the top from 8th to 10th. And or Dale Jr. can have a bad finish. Slothy, we know he lagged out at Road America, didn't show up for Gateway. We know he has a tendency of not showing up when the pressure is at its highest. So he could not show up, and then West or JP win, and then all of a sudden they're in the top 10. I think Hair Bear, Fractured are safe. Everybody else, West is the borderline. I don't see Beloved doing anything. So mathematically, he can't do anything. So West, I think, is the borderline here. Gonna be very, very interesting though, man. Like everyone has said, rightfully so. It's Bristol. Anything can happen. Anything happened last time. Anything can happen, man. And so it's gonna be something to look out for. I really do. So let's ask this question here. When you look at the lineup, because Paint, you said that you don't think anything's gonna change. So let me ask you: with Slothy, JP, West, Beloved, Terrier, Dawson, Wool, Pennzoil, and now we know Spheric Rope, amongst others that will be back next season, what do you think is going to be the impact for the qualifier with these guys on the list?
It's going to be one of the most challenging races for next season. It's going to be cool to watch all these veterans in there going to see that get into next season. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, Dunker, what do you think about what's going to be the impact, the qualifier impact with these big names sitting outside?
I think it's going to determine whether or not they have a ride or a spot next season. We might see some big names, like we potentially might see Slothy, JP, if they can't get into the top 10. Wes, beloved Terrier, have to go through the qualifier, and with a bunch of people that are on the waiting list for the qualifier in the league, there might be some competition there, so they might have to be on their A game, or else they will find themselves watching the races from their TV
or broadcasting.
There you go.
Yeah. So we might have to fire somebody from the car and have them broadcast. But anyway, yeah, I agree, man. And it doesn't help that you're not going to know what track it is at all. It could be any track. So it's just so much pressure there. Sorry, Dunker, I know I'm not making this any easier because you're going to be in the qualifier, but
I will.
Yeah, it's going to be so much.
Race. What are you talking about? I got that all-star race.
Sorry, never mind. My bad. Yeah, that's right. You did slip me that $100. My bad.
You're
Yeah.
right.
So yeah,
Tom
just saying, Dunker Wiz just won the All-Star race. He's going to be in. So
yeah,
that's it.
just kidding.
There. But anyway,
appreciate it. Thank you guys. I want to thank Sam Cook, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I'm racing it up. We'll see.
Yeah, so it's just going to be so tough to have to prepare these veteran guys. So I think that's why Bristol is going to be a high caution race, because all of these guys know where they're going to stand, and they're going to be aggressive from the drop of the green flag. And I don't blame them. You have to be. This is it. This is the last race, and for these drivers outside looking in, they got to get in. Or else now they have to game plan for a qualifier instead of game planning for
next season.
500 and next season. So,
and that can be
extra
challenging.
Game planning.
Absolutely, that can be challenging. Knowing that you have one race, it's either win it all or go home, and that can be difficult for some people to take in, that they are actually in this spot. I remember. The first time I had to be in a qualifier after just winning the championship, or maybe a season after I won the championship, knowing that I was doing pretty well in this league, and all of a sudden I'm finding myself back in this qualifier that I have to race my way in, and I didn't make it. It can put a toll on a driver, so it'll be interesting to see some of these big names that don't make it in on how they adjust for that qualifier in that one race.
Yeah, there are going to be some people going to R Factor, people.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. All right, well, let's take it 3 wide. Swift versus Paint versus Cook. Who has a better chance of getting the chip next season?
That's a good one. I'll go with you, Cook. I'll go with you. I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll put you.
I want to see that money. Paint, what you got?
What do you mean? You have my $100. What are you talking about? There's no money.
Next season, then, I'm gonna say Dopey. I'm not gonna be biased today.
We appreciate that. It adds to the suspense of the broadcast. But no, yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna not be biased. I'm gonna say Paint. I'm gonna say Paint for the reason that I'm probably gonna get stuffed for this, but I'm gonna say Paint for the reason that he's not gonna like losing the championship this season to Dopey. So getting slapped in the face like that, yeah, next season is gonna be like, bruh, yeah, I remember what you did to me at Bristol. Not happening again. He'll be in the Final Four and he will win the title.
I haven't missed the Final Four for like 4 seasons.
Well, I just had to put it out there. You'll be in the Final Four. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so Wes versus JP versus Sloth. The one who gets in that final spot for the battle for the top 10.
JP.
Wes.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say Wes myself.
Mm-hmm.
Wes has proven that he can sustain himself at the short tracks. This is a short track. JP's okay. Who was the other guy? Slothy, yeah, we all know what Slothy does. Slothy is Slothy, we know that. So, I'm pretty sure he'll find a way to choke this one away. He'll be running that qualifier. All right, Dunker cannot answer this question, Paint. This is all you and me. Rope versus Dunker versus Speed B. Who will add Chaser to their name next season?
I'm gonna say Speed B.
Yeah, I have to agree there. Definitely Speed B. For two reasons. One, he's not that far removed from KMR compared to the other two. And then two is that he was lightning fast. Even earlier on in seasons when he was racing against SHR in the former group, he was one of the only ones that was able to get up there and challenge them and even win races. So with them out of the way, with him not too far removed, definitely a lot of potential for him to make the chase. But at the same time, he had internet issues too, so we'll hope that those hold together. But he was very fast. So, Dunker, I ain't want you to pick you and be like, yeah, because I'm the best. That's why we left you out.
No. I probably wouldn't have picked myself either. I probably would have gone with Speed B.
Oh, man. All right. Well, guys, it's been a heck of a season, man. It's really been good. It's really been good. Paint, I know this is early simply because the season's not over, but any highlights from the regular season that you can think of as far as overall in general how this regular season went for the Cup Series?
It was very entertaining. I'm gonna say highlights. You got a couple last lap passes for the win. Watkins Glen, the Roval, a couple other tracks too. I think it's been a pretty good regular season in my opinion. It's been entertaining to watch and be a part of.
Yeah, Dunker, you've only seen the back half of the regular season, but what are your thoughts from what you've seen? About this Cup Series compared to what you've experienced in the past.
There's a lot more action on the racetrack. A lot of people are just trying to fight everywhere. There's battles going on everywhere. So it's been really fun to see that the action on the racetrack has definitely picked up a lot. And hopefully we can get in the car next season and enjoy it firsthand.
Yes, definitely, man. We hope that you are able to get through all of that and be able to get in the car and challenge for a possible championship and everything. It's just been one of the highlights I still have to marvel at is the attendance compared to seasons past, man. The attendance has been spot on and the competition has been spot on. It's what it was intended to be when the league was created, and there is no real position drop off. Everybody is competitive, and next season is just going to be even tougher. And that's why in the off-season speed report for this season, it was very important for those guys that generally find themselves skirting through in a qualifier or, squeezing through into the top 10. It wasn't going to happen this season, and we're seeing it right before our eyes. Some of these veterans are in trouble, and it's just been exciting all the way through. So, guys, I appreciate all my 4 viewers out there. We're getting ready to wrap this up, but before we do, any comments out there as far as anything you want to say there in the chat? The chat is open, and guys, Dunker, Paint, anything y'all want to chat about, while we conclude. We got a little bit of time here. We'll do that. Obviously, Speed Report not as long right now because it's only one series left racing, and that series is about to conclude, but be sure to keep it tuned here because All-Star Race rosters and things for next season will start to be released. There will be an off-season speed report about midway the off-season. So when you see that speed report, it might be me by myself. It might be Fractured or some others. When you see the off-season speed report, know that the new seasons will be starting soon, and so all the more emphasis on getting yourself ready for next season. That qualifier, and for those that have to run, the qualifier roster will also be released. It'll probably be released either this weekend or early next week. So if you want to know who's in the qualifier for next season, then go to the official website for KMR, www.thegamingriff.com, and look under the news, and then more news, and that roster will be up there. So prepare yourself, and there will be additions or subtractions based on circumstances and who's able to talk to who, and who's able to race the next season. Obviously, we know scheduling is a big deal. So also, before I open it up, one more thing. Everybody, we all know, is ready for this COVID-19 to be over, for us to be able to go back to our normal outdoor activities. However, please exercise extreme caution as you go about now with a little bit more freedom, because COVID-19 has not gone away. So you don't want to get it while you are engaging in trying to resume some of your normal activities. Please be cautious and smart, and keep yourself clean and practice good hygiene so that we can all stay healthy, and we can all allow the scientists and stuff to continue to work hard on a cure that will be able to eradicate this dreadful pandemic. So I just wanted to put that out there as well.
Absolutely.
All right, the floor is yours, guys.
Hey, you have anything?
No, sir. No, sir, I do not. I'm just ready to tackle Bristol. It's going to be a long and fun race. Definitely with some peppers flying at the end, I can tell.
Absolutely.
Because
Just wanna-
you basically have two teammates fighting for a championship, so.
Oh yeah,
And two really good friends, so it's going to be.
It'll be interesting.
There may not be some so-called friends for a little while after the race stuff goes down. So.
Oh, we'll just
But
go for the
I
post-race interviews. We'll bring you guys in here and just fight at each other.
Go like that, so.
Guys, if you want to give it all to everybody here tuning in, if you want to catch the championship finale for the KMR Cup Series, tune in to twitch.tv/DunkerWiz. Catch all the action. We'll have in-race reporters get a chance to talk with the championship contenders while they're in the car under the red flag or caution. And, of course, as always, tune in to the KMR post-race show. We will have the race winner, and we'll have some of the crushing defeats of the other championship contenders. So tune in, twitch.tv/DunkerWiz. We'll have it all for you, for your enjoyment and your viewing pleasure.
I have a question. So, can I go ahead and do my crushing defeat interview now?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think we can go ahead and get that out of the way.
Sitting with the driver of the 27, Cookie Monster. Cookie, you finished dead last in the championship standings. Zesty Meme somehow was able to get past you. We'd like to know. I'm kidding. Just kidding.
Well, yeah, you know, that happens when you rank the leaders.
There
We're
you
just
go.
going to gun it on in there and stuff them in the wall. We'll take our aggressive driving penalty and end in last place minus 75 points down. But, you know.
Hey, Cookie, I'm confused. I see you in 19th in the standings. Did something happen? Something seriously happened?
I retired from KMR for the rest of the season.
Retired in the middle of the race. There you go.
Oh, my goodness. Now, I'm telling you, Paint, if I mess around there and win this title, I'm smacking you and Swift. I'm just taking your controllers. Y'all are grounded. I'm putting you in a playpen with Fracture. I just want y'all to know that. I will be extremely disappointed.
Me too. I think I'll sell my Xbox and just go to PlayStation full time.
I can see it now. be on iRacing. I get wrecked every time. It's like, who is this guy here? Zach. Who's oh oh. Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with him. Oh yeah,
Zach.
no
Oh,
more trash talking him now.
got you.
I think it'll be a fun weekend. Definitely be a fun end of the season.
Definitely, man. I tell you, even the truck series was fun to watch. I still enjoy looking back at some of those races in the truck series, like that race at Auto Club between Pennzoil and Foreign and West. That was so entertaining. At first, it was entertaining because everybody was relevant, but you could tell they started to pull away, and they just did that consistently about every race after that. It was just them running, contending against each other, and then everybody else trying to play catch up. It was really fun. And then that Roval race in the X Series where Ghost and Hair Bear and Beloved decide to take it 3 wide going into the first bus stop.
Nice. Yep. That'll cause problems. A lot of problems.
And they all got through it. That was the thing. They all got through it. They didn't wreck. Nothing like that. I was like, oh, somebody DNFing on this. Somebody's going to jump the curb, plow into the guy next to them. They're all going to the wall. And they got through it somehow. And I was like, oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I'll have some competition next season as well. And that'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it will. It'll be interesting to see all the new faces. And
Wanna what we forgot to do in the speed
series.
report? We forgot to do pick'em.
That is true. We forgot to do a pick'em.
Oh, we're not done yet. It's coming.
Okay.
Oh.
Just making sure.
Yeah, we're sitting here chilling. That's why I said that the floor is open. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Y'all remember the truck race? That it was West versus JP. I think it was a final regular season race at ISM, and not JP. Wow. Terrier. Yeah, it was Terrier versus West, and Terrier almost got that thing. They were side by side out of the final corner, and West won. I think it was by a nose or by a fender or something like that. West ended up winning. That was a photo finish.
Wow.
I think it's up on KMR TV. 105 to Drive. I believe it's up there. But that was it. That was a very exciting race. A lot of highlights to look forward to. Oh, remember, guys, off season, we will pick our awards. We'll have our awards broadcasts with the off season speed report as well, so you'll know who won the awards. Obviously, you'll be able to check out the website for that too.
I think it's still funny that Wes was the dominating driver in the trucks and he lost the championship. Anything can happen in those final races.
That's like William Byron in the actual truck series. Wins a bunch of races and misses the championship, but then goes and wins Miami.
Ugh.
Blows an engine. That's probably how West. They're just related. It's unfortunate. You can dominate every race, but then the one race that matters, something goes wrong, or you just lose it.
Yeah, we've seen that quite a bit in KMR.
Yes, we have.
Especially the past couple of seasons.
I'm looking forward to my return. Guys, I promise. I know the last time I said I was returning, it didn't happen. I lied to you all. I apologize. I'm returning this time. If not in the Cup Series, at least we're going to be in the X Series. So my return this time is real. Things are finally aligning in the right place. So I wanted to get that out there. Dunker Wiz is coming back. Dunker Wiz is going to be in this point standings. You'll see my name, and we're going to go try and get another championship. And hopefully Game Destroyer can't take this away from me now. So I got the momentum, got the leverage, but no, we'll be returning next season, definitely in the X Series, hopefully for the Cup Series. We'll find that out in the All-Star race, which will be next weekend. I'm not sure how we're going to do that because I'm racing. So we'll see how that goes. But All-Star races next weekend. I will be in it. I will try and go for a win. These two legends in this party with me will also be in the All-Star race. So I'm going to have a lot of competition. But it's going to be fun. We're all going to have a good time. And we'll see if I can avoid the qualifier. Please, dear God, let me avoid the qualifier. Please. I just want one. If I just win one race the entire season, please let it be this one. Just let it be the All-Star race. God, those qualifiers are miserable.
Yeah, I've never had the misfortune of running one, but I tell you what, I've watched every last one of them, and I'm like, I am so glad that's not me right now.
Watching it and racing it, people need to understand the caliber of these qualifier races. It's literally a NASCAR. It's literally a regular NASCAR lobby. Just go into any multiplayer lobby. Just go into any multiplayer lobby on NASCAR, any NASCAR game. Just go into a multiplayer lobby, run a race, and just give me feedback. What happened? People wreck. They wreck on purpose. That's what happens in this qualifier. All KMR rules, all 15 pages of KMR rules are out the window. They don't even matter. You just go run and you race for the win, and it's an absolute wreck fest. It's literally a regular multiplayer lobby on steroids. I wish you just knew. I wish everybody just knew the caliber of these qualifiers. It is awful, and I wish this disgrace on no one. No one.
And what's so funny, Dunker, is that it would never fail. It would never fail. Every qualifier, even people that are invited, people that had to run it the next season, they start off, at Daytona, or they start off wherever, and they never really, especially in the old format. Now it's a little bit different, but in the old format, it never clicked until the final two races. It was at first it was just like, oh, everyone's laughing and having fun, and everyone is just,
absolutely,
they're just talking and everything. First race is over. Oh, yes, I won. Do I have to keep running, Cookie? No, you don't have to run if you don't want to, but you can run if you want to run. And they'll run, and then, the next race somebody else wins. It's like, yes, I won. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all at Daytona. All right, man, and so absolutely, then
yeah.
The race number 3 goes through, and then, yes, I won. Hey, Cookie, how many races are left? 2. What? Then the whole party goes silent.
Wait.
And then the racing picks up. And then everyone's fussing at each other because there's only 2 spots left. There's only 2 spots left.
What does that mean?
And then they're eliminated after that last race, because generally a lot of times somebody has won several races, especially if someone's like Destroyer is in it, which he was quite frequently. He would win 2 or 3 of the qualifier races. So then it's a points race. After that last race, it is so quiet in the party. You could literally hear the static from people's microphones. You could hear cotton rolling on the carpet. It's how quiet it was in there. While I'm sitting there figuring up the points. Everyone, and then I get back on the microphone. All right, here we go. Here's who made it in. And just the absolute frustration and disgust in people's voices when they hear, nah, bro, you didn't make it. Try again next season. Because there wasn't a hot seat. So it was try again next season, buddy. And everybody's like, no, I didn't make it.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I missed out one qualifier. I've had to run like 3 qualifiers. God forbid. I don't know how I'm still living. But I managed. I'm 2 for 1 in the qualifier, and hopefully I can. I just want to keep it that way. I don't even want that number to go up or down. I just want to keep it there. I don't want to be in the qualifier anymore.
Well, the difference is this time around, you're racing with veterans and rookies who have proven that they belong in the Cup Series. Absolutely. At least overall, they're still rookies, but they belong in the Cup Series.
Yeah.
In seasons past, you don't know who you're racing against.
So you just had random people come in here and all of a sudden they tear you in the wall. Well, why'd you do that? I'm trying to win the race.
Trying to get in. Yeah, so at least they're veterans, but it's still it's gonna be a fun race. It's not gonna be an easy race. It's definitely gonna be tempers to flare and everything. I just pray it's not at a stupid track. I want to see some good racing. I either want to see a restrictor plate race, specifically Talladega,
No.
or I want to see
No.
a good mile and a half, like a Kansas or a Las Vegas, maybe even a Kentucky, because Kentucky wasn't a bad race. Kentucky, I want to see a track like that. I don't want to see nothing stupid like a Roval.
Oh,
I don't want to see that.
If we get,
I don't want to see Mid-Ohio or Road America. I don't want to see that.
So how is the track chosen? How is it chosen?
Randomly by computer on the day of, the hour before, well, not even the hour before, the minutes before is chosen by computer. So nobody knows, not even myself. I don't even know what the qualifier race is going to be until about 5 minutes before I bring y'all in.
Oh, no.
And then y'all will know. Yeah.
Oh.
It could be, and all the tracks are open. So it could be any track, obviously except for Eldora. Any track on the circuit.
Except for what?
Except for Eldora.
Oh, no. I'm just kidding. That'd be fun, though.
But it could be any track. I don't want to see a Darlington. I don't want to see a short track either. I don't want to see Martinsville or Bristol or Gateway. Yeesh.
I want to see kind of I like Kentucky. I like Auto Club. I think Michigan would be a fun race, kind of maybe Chicagoland. Maybe to an extent Richmond. I think that could be, it's a short track, but I think it could be a lot of fun racing. But definitely coming to those mile and a halves, like you said, maybe 2 mile racetracks would probably bring a good amount of racing.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not a super speedy.
I want to see like a 6 wide out of a corner qualifier. That would be awesome. 6 wide.
Absolutely.
Everybody's there. Yeah. That would be very fun. It would make it easy for me because it's like 6 wide, so the 6 finishers go in and everyone else is out.
There you go. Boom, my work here is done. Moving on. Bye. Whoever was in that 6 wide at the line, I don't even care where you finished. You're in. It doesn't matter. You're just in. Everybody else, you can stare at that photo in awe and be like, why am I not there?
Yep. Just prepare yourself for Daytona. Hopefully you can get in there.
There you go.
Well, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. And so let's conclude this with our usual Who You Got? We're headed to Bristol under the lights this time. Dunker, pole winner, race winner.
Pole winner, probably West. Race winner, Lion.
Okay, yeah, you said Lion, not Lime. Okay, got you. Paint.
Pole winner.
Man, you're battling.
Pole winner, Swift. Race winner. I'm gonna say Swift.
Swift sweeps. I was gonna say you can pick yourself. I mean, I do think you hope to win the championship. So
I said earlier I'm not biased. So.
Well, I'm gonna be biased for you, Paint. Go out there and win this thing. Anyway. That's been the KMR Speed Report. We're glad everyone could join us. And we will see you on the track for what will be the final season race championship night. Remember that next weekend will be the All-Star event. It will have a Saturday event and a Sunday event. So be sure to check that out. And then we will hit the off season in full swing. Guys, it's been a great season. It's been a great episode of the Speed Report, and this is KMR signing out.